Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jimeron, and today I have the impossible task of trying to figure out what in the world is Warcraft 3 Reforged. I've been playing this game quite a lot, and I bought it with my own money. Blizzard obviously didn't pay me to do this review. Not that I have anything good to say, or if the majority of the things I have to say are good, but regardless, this is the remastered slash reforged version of the original Warcraft 3, which I believe is about like 19 years old. I may be wrong, but it's hella old. I remember I used to play Warcraft 3 with my friends in Greece. We were skipping school and we went to play Dota the whole time. I spent a lot of money on that internet cafe. I gave them a lot of my business. And what do those idiots go and do? They just shut down. Bankruptcy. That is a trend apparently with Greece, but that's besides the point. This is pretty much the same game. They've upgraded the graphics slightly, and they have fucked everything else up. I'm gonna try my best to go through everything that they fucked up. I may be missing a few things, but this is not an easy task. This game has a massive cult following still, and I was not even aware about that. I knew Warcraft was huge, but I didn't think people still played Warcraft 3. And the reason why I realized they play a lot of Warcraft 3 is because, well, take a look at the Metacritic scores. There's about 40 reviews from critics, and they're ranking it at 60. And the community has actually gone ahead and marked this the lowest user-reviewed game on Metacritic. It is at 0.5 as of recording this overview of the game. They went ahead and upvoted the previously worst game in Metacritic in order to make a statement. That takes a massive cult following, and it takes massive balls and dedication, so bravo, because the community is not just going to sit there and take it. But before we delve in more, let's look at the options menu like we always do, right? So options menu down here. This is it. This is what a remaster gets you now. So you may have noticed that thankfully there is ultra-wide support, 21:9. However, it is only for windowed full screen, which means basically borderless windowed. If I switch to full screen or windowed, I'm not going to have any ultra-wide support. I'm actually impressed that they actually went ahead and gave us ultra-wide people some love, considering how much they fucked the community. You can set the maximum FPS, VSync, maximum background FPS. I don't see this enough in games, and I wish I did, because some people don't have super strong computers, and it's nice to limit these to 10 FPS if you want to do something on the background. So you got shadows, lighting, foliage, anti-aliasing, textures. We don't know what anti-aliasing they're using because they don't say. Particles and spells. You can switch between the classic and the reforged version of the game. However, look at what happens when you do so. Boom. These things are gone, and shadows are gone. Why, Blizzard? Why in the hell would you do this? And the worst part about this is that people that had the original game cannot switch back to the 100% original game. They're going to be stuck with this bullshit. They're not going to have shadows, and what for? Which it boggles the mind, but this is just it. These are the settings. You have some sound settings, which it's nice. You can disable a bunch of stuff. You got input, which helps you control them. From what I've seen, the mouse is pretty raw. There's no acceleration or anything like that. I appreciate that. And then for the gameplay, you can set a bunch of these options here. This may be annoying, but I'm kind of a noob, so I have it on. I've been playing the game on easy, admittedly. So yeah, they respectable, I would say, amount of options, but not impressive in the least bit. So that was pretty much it for the options. And if I was monetizing my videos, this would be the end of that. So we're going to play some verses. Now, off the bat, here's something that I don't appreciate. It's the fact that you cannot do whatever teams you want. Now, let's say you want to do 2v1 or 3v2 or something like that. You just can't do it. And that's pretty annoying. You can set your factions, you can have it on random, but you cannot have any customization on this. Now I understand this is just a feature of how the game is, but the point of a remaster is to bring in additional content on top of the content that people have used, not cut content. And we're gonna get to a lot of the stuff that they've cut because it is a lot. I hope I don't forget anything out, but okay, so I've created a custom game that I can play while I talk about the game here, and unfortunately I don't see a way of, oh, never mind, here we go. We're gonna set one of our guys on normal, and we're gonna set the rest of the computer on easy because I don't want to have to focus too much on the game. But let's talk about the good stuff, because there are some good stuff in the game. Now, is it only 5% of the game? Yeah, unfortunately, but we're still gonna talk about it. So first of all, I really do appreciate the full-on ultra-wide support. That's actually something that I commend the developers for. Where is the mine? Come on, gold mine. Oh, never mind. We don't need a gold mine for that. So, besides the 21:9 support, it is a pretty decent graphical update. Now, bear in mind, this is not anything incredible. It does still have to maintain the original design choices of the game, and I do believe that it sticks to the original art style of the game, so it's not offensive to the eyes, and it hasn't taken away from what made the game nice, pleasant to begin with. And besides that, it does have support for high frame rates, and it does achieve those high frame rates quite easily. I'm sitting at 104 right now. It's probably going to get a little bit messier as the game progresses with the large fights, but that is just what happens, I'm afraid. Utilization of the processor hasn't been very good, because I do have a 8-core 16-thread processor, and I've noticed that it has a little bit of issues trying to figure out what is happening in the computing. In all honesty, this is pretty much all I have as far as the good stuff. Yeah, we all know the rest of the good stuff. I mean, the campaign is pretty nice, the stories are pretty immersive. I do appreciate that, but I could not for the life of me, I can't for the life of me think of anything else that I can say that is good about the game. So we're gonna talk about the bad, and hopefully in the process we're gonna try to think of something else that is good about the game that we can mention. So the original version of the game is effectively terminated. That is one of the things that baffles my mind. Why would they just fuck over the original people that play the game? That is completely unheard of and beyond me. They use the same netcode, and they use the same pretty much engine. Everything about them is the same. The only thing you can do is essentially just switch in and out from the new one to the old one, and the only thing that changes is the graphics. Nothing else will change. I seriously do not understand that choice. So if we move past that, however, I'm gonna upgrade my guys, make some more guys, bring them over here. Awesome. Another thing that I don't appreciate is how they've taken features away from the original game. Like the shadows, for example. The shadows do not exist in the original game. I'm not sure as to whether or not that's a bug, or something that they're going to be fixing in an update, but it shouldn't be an issue to begin with. That is the issue. There is some network instability as well, from what I've noticed, because sometimes the game kicks me completely and it will crash. Another thing that happened was, while I was in the game playing, I was logged into my BattleNet and everything. I could not go online, I could not play online, and I couldn't figure out why. So turns out that I was logged out for some reason, and then I had to log back in. That made absolutely no sense to me. So there are some instabilities in the netcode, but I'm hoping that they're going to be fixing that with a patch soon. So besides that, the UI has seen a little bit of an upgrade, which is awesome. It looks a little bit sharper. Of course, it's 2020, so if it didn't, then we would have a problem. However, it cannot be resized. If you look at the Dota 2 UI, as a matter of fact, that is one of my favorite UIs, because everything can be resized, but I hate to say it because I'm not a huge fan of the game, but League of Legends actually has pretty much the best UI I've seen in a game. I actually like this map a lot because I'm somewhat protected. I don't think they can get in. Now, besides the UI not being resizable, I'm lucky enough to have all this extra space here of real estate. Not everyone has an ultra-wide screen, however. Not everyone has this blessing that I have here. So, what do you do in the meantime? Well, you just have to pretty much view the game from this. That's all you get. So imagine if I'm on an online game mode against other real players, I suddenly have somewhat of an advantage over them, because they don't see what I see, the amount of stuff that I see, unless they, of course, have an ultra-wide monitor. But besides that being the point, they are actually probably also a lot better in the game than I am, so I wouldn't be too sure about them kicking me kicking their ass, rather. So yeah, I wish I would have seen again. This is a remaster. We're supposed to have new stuff coming in, and I don't see any new stuff on this department. It's mind-boggling that in 2020 we have a game that we cannot resize the UI of. That's not even the worst part. Another thing that I have noticed here playing the campaign is that the unit collision is still there. Now, I know that this is a feature of the game. It's in Dota 2. It's something that everyone is pretty much accustomed with about the game. Should it be that way? I'm not quite certain. But when I see a bunch of my units trying to move from here to here and they're all colliding with each other, that's just not pretty to see. The unit collision, I kind of wish that we could have taken it off. I wish they gave an option for that, but I don't know if that would have been the best idea. But personally, my personal preference would have been to not have it in the game. But I'm pretty sure that the loyal people would disagree with me, and that's fine, you know. It's absolutely fine. Everyone has their own preferences. Another thing that they kind of lied about, and a lot of people are calling for false advertisement, and I absolutely 100% agree with, is the fact that... Can I kill this sheep? Bam.
Yes, my lead. Ready for action.
He's dead. False advertisement in the sense of, where are all the cinematics? Where are all those there's a pretty cutscene that they showed in BlizzCon where the king goes into the city and pretty much kills everyone. That's a pretty cinematic that is not in the freaking game. Why is it not in the game?
Orders?
They promised it, and they do still advertise that they will be bringing it in their on their website, but I quite frankly don't see that happening. It is it's one of those things that makes you scratch your head. So I played the campaign, and most of the cutscenes and dialogues and all this stuff, they were just boring top-down views that I was used to those things to begin with. nothing was different. So it's questionable. I just don't understand a lot of the decision making that went behind the game. Here's another feature that I don't see in the game that I wish I had, which pretty much most of the RTS games that I've played have it. I cannot choose the orientation of my units.
On my way.
See, normally when I hold down the move button and point, I'm able to see an outline of the units, so I can just position them and tell them which direction to face. It's important when you try to set units for a defense and send them somewhere. Maybe I want these guys to be in 4, and then this guy in the back. Maybe I want all of them in a line. You don't have that option, and that's quite frustrating, but hey, gotta live with it, right? So we got the pathfinding, and the pathfinding is fine. It's just the collision that is still there that is kind of annoying. Here's another one that's very controversial though. In their user agreement, they pretty much say that they own every single user-generated content that exists in the game from now on. That is troubling. That is troubling to say the least, because at this point they are trying to save their ass in the event that the next Dota 2 custom game comes onto light. Oh, Altar of Kings. I thought I was going to be able to. Never mind. So
Build more farms.
we need more farms.
Yes, my lord.
We're going to build more farms.
Yes, my lord.
Here you go. Build some more farms. Boom. I'm not using the hotkeys because I'm not that good in RTSs. I love RTSs, but I just suck at them. I could never be competitive with these things. So
What do you need?
the user agreement of the game is very troubling, like I was saying earlier,
What do you need?
because now Blizzard automatically owns all of the user-generated content. And it's quite troubling because the next Dota 2 game comes out, or Dota 3 or whatever, and they automatically own the rights. Is that fair? I mean, someone ended up owning the rights to Dota 2 anyway. I personally do not see how that could affect people on a personal level. Maybe I'm being ignorant to the reason why. But if people create an awesome game mode, right, and another company picks it up and makes it into something big, not necessarily something that those people would be able to do to begin with, I personally see no issue with that. But then again, I may be missing a point that I haven't really given thought to. But that's just my thinking in the meantime. So
yes, my friend.
Let's do some expeditioning.
I am your servant.
Boom, level 3. He's gonna whoop our ass any. So it's okay. Gonna do some archmages. Oh, I can only do one of those. Interesting.
Is my aid required?
Now feel my wrath.
I really like the fluidity of the game, but at the same time,
The flows of magic are whimsical. to me.
it is pretty frustrating to see the path unit. Like,
What a good idea.
I don't appreciate the unit collision,
Once again, it's up to the elves.
and I don't appreciate how I'm not able to
time.
orientate my units the way I
If
want
you
them to be
insist.
oriented. So it's just
About
me being
time.
picky, I guess. Boom.
Job's done.
Alright, let's see. Can we upgrade? Yeah, might as well upgrade it.
Yes, my lord.
There's no harm in that. Arcane Vault.
Off
We're
I
gonna
go then.
get this thing going.
This had better
What
be
is
worth
it?
We already have a workshop. We pretty much have everything.
More
We're just gonna...
lumber is required.
Can't build that yet. So,
The
pretty much
flows
got
of
all the
magic are
structures
whimsical today.
almost, which is awesome. Mountain King. Yeah.
More work. More lumber is required.
We need more lumber. More lumber is required. Here's another thing that I just thought of, which is pretty cool. The voice acting is the same. I've seen comparisons. I've seen a lot of comparison videos. They are essentially using the same voice
I come
acting.
to cleanse this land.
The audio quality has improved slightly, admittedly.
Well,
Keeper of the Light, yeah, baby. Yes, baby.
whatever.
They have improved the audio quality of the files that they're using, but the voice acting is pretty much the same. And a lot of the times it was out of sync with the lip syncing, and that was quite irritating to see happen. Ooh. A valid patron must be nearby. Oh, I guess a hero unit or whatever. Yeah. The voice acting is quite insignificant,
What is it?
sadly. I wish I could set these guys to automatically
Yes,
just
me
build
lord.
houses for the rest of their lives.
Righto. All right. Well,
I guess we can just start fighting.
fine.
Here's the thing that I don't appreciate as well. We can still only control 12 units. Why?
Perfect.
Why do we not have the option of controlling more units? Completely
For glory.
don't understand. That should be something that we should at least have the option to do. And sadly, we do not. Health bars are the same color for the enemies, pretty much, as they are for your units. So that can be quite confusing.
To battle. Fine. Job's done.
Hey, we can do mercenaries. Let's do one of these trolls, because they're pretty cool.
You require my assistance? Whatever.
You can do groups. You just cannot do more than 12 units, and I don't appreciate that at all.
What is it?
But that's just the name of the game, apparently.
Yes, me lord.
We can do nothing about that. There's no modding as well that I've seen that can let you change that. Hopefully there is in the future, but for now we just have to wait and see. Now what do I want to build next? Siege engine. Why in the hell not? There's my castle. Backpack. Okay, well, why not? Let's give him the ability. Paladin. I do want a paladin. Low upkeep. That is fine. We can deal with that.
Job's done.
Spellbreaker. Why not? Bring him
More
on.
lumber is required.
Why do I need lumber for magic research? That makes absolutely no
Research
sense.
complete.
Yes,
So I
me
do have a
lord.
lot of gold. So
Yes,
I am
lord.
gonna build a where is it? Lumber mill right here.
Off I go then.
And that can stay there for later use when we move on to this forest right here. Just take the whole thing down.
Get on with it.
I don't like controlling multiple units at one. I mean, multiple groups of units at once. When I was streaming the campaign on Twitch, I was kind of embarrassingly just controlling only 12 units for the whole thing.
Research complete.
Ooh, finally some action. Oh man, they're gonna whoop my ass, aren't they? That's a lot of fucking units.
Research.
Damn. Okay, these guys are all gonna die. That's okay though. We're rebuilding here. Wow, easy is still very difficult. Holy
More
crap.
lumber is required.
Man, we need more freaking lumber. Yeah, these guys are all done.
Our hero.
Oh, I could have saved this guy. Shit. That's a lot of people.
Job's done.
I'm gonna have to do groups, and I really don't want to have to do
I
that.
come to cleanse this land.
Oh man. So,
I am not afraid.
is this game worth the 0.5 Metacritic score? I honestly don't believe so. It is bad. They've done some bad things, but overall, I've been having a good time with this game. I'm not gonna say that I haven't been having a good time with this game. I really have been. It's just
The
misleading
flows of
and
magic are whimsical today.
very mischievous the way that they
More
handle
lumber
things.
is required.
Let me face the peril.
And it begs the question as to why would they do that? Who knows why would they do that?
Ready for action.
Were they not confident in the game? I feel like it's a fine remaster. Not the best thing that
More
they could have come
lumber
up
is
with, but
required.
yeah, we're gonna make some more
Give me
units.
something to do.
Hopefully we don't get our asses whooped.
Wait
Now,
till
funny
you see
enough,
me
these are
action.
pretty
What
much the
ails
same. This is
would you
the
ask
dwarf
of me?
guy. Oh, I hit random heroes. That kind of sucks. I wish I had the people from the campaign. Alright, it's a story for another day, however. I believe that's most of the things I wanted to talk about. For the rest of this video, I'm essentially just
Give me
gonna
something to
play
do.
the game and have some fun with it. I am planning on playing through the whole campaign. There's so much freaking content. There's so many campaigns.
What is it
It's gonna take so long to build to play through the whole thing.
Research complete.
Awesome.
Well,
I do like to play defensively when it comes to these games. I understand that
hardly wait.
it is absolutely not the right way to
Whatever.
play, but I do
for
prefer a defensive nature
Research complete.
gameplay,
Hardly wait.
and most of the time I get my ass whooped. I've played a hell of a lot of Battle for Middle Earth, so much that I pretty much know the game from in and out. It is definitely my favorite RTS game to play.
Ready for action. Yes,
And
my liege.
I'm gonna be quite honest. I prefer this. I prefer Battle for Middle Earth more than I prefer this game. As personal preference. I grew up with that game. You can't blame me. That's the
Ready for
game
action.
that
Say the word.
pretty much introduced me to the series
On my way.
in a big way, because I did play a lot of Age of Mythology. Ooh, I remember Age of Mythology. That was beautiful. It was a beautiful game to play. Can we damage this? Nice. Why is this guy so close?
What is it now?
Oh, the unit is ignoring me? Nope. Oh, they're coming back. Damn it. Okay. Let's, oh, they got dragons and shit. Okay. I'm pretty much... That's a lot of... How are they getting so many people? Can I hit him? Nope. Okay.
Our hero has fallen.
Our hero has fallen. What do you want me to do about it,
Our
buddy?
hero has fallen.
I'm gonna do these upgrades just to
More lumber is
get it
required.
done. Man, this is gonna be hard. That's what she
More
said.
gold is required.
I'm out of gold? Thought I had all the gold. These people are crazy.
What is it?
What easy. I guess that's all the stuff I had to say about the game. Feel free to tune out from this point and on, because I pretty much covered all of it. I don't think I've missed anything. Hopefully I can come up with something while I play the game, but for the most part, I feel like we pretty much covered it all.
Require my assistance?
Oh, I'm not making any of these guys. Oh, that's why I'm out of gold. Shit. Okay, this is a red. This should be a gold mine here. So I'm gonna bring my
Research
guys and
complete.
build a castle. How much is a castle? Oh, these guys have been sitting on their
What is
ass.
it? Yes,
There you
my
go.
lord.
Go do some.
What?
385, 205. Huh? By the time we
is
get
it?
there.
All right.
I'm gonna send a soldier just in case.
Right. On my way. Of course. On my way.
So this game is, ooh,
I'm in
okay.
order.
That makes
Right.
absolute sense.
Research complete. At your
Gonna
call.
send this guy as well. This game is $30. What does $30 get you? $30 get you quite a lot of content. Is it good content? That's the question to ask. It is respectable content, in my opinion. Absolutely respectable.
I am not afraid.
Maybe not the best content
As you
that we
wish.
could have asked for. Wow, this is a camp here? Oh, these are the orcs.
Research complete.
Oh no, they actually came and claimed this. Okay. These sons of bitches, I'm gonna get these guys next.
Ready for
They're not
action.
gonna steal all my gold.
Get on with it. Whatever. What? Yes,
Hey
me lord.
peasant, what? Ooh. Oh, okay. So if their base is getting attacked, they're coming back. No one is bothering me for some reason, and they really should, because they can just wipe me the hell out.
Research complete.
That's gonna be embarrassing for a video. What are you gonna do though? Okay, I'm getting quite up there. I'm gonna do a lot of these
More gold
guys.
is required.
Man,
Get
why
on
is the
with
game
it.
so hard? I thought it was gonna be just a breeze, but I also thought I said teams. I clearly see no teams,
done.
so I managed to fuck that up.
What is it? Right.
Alright, I guess you just go and
Yes,
collect some
my
gold.
lord.
Locked and loaded.
Locked
is
and
it
loaded.
now?
Can we take on the orcs, or are these not enough people?
Perfect.
I can hardly wait.
These are definitely not enough people.
More gold is required.
I wonder what they're doing.
Get on with it. Fine.
One
Research
can
complete.
only wonder.
Whatever. Fine.
Here we go. Rook Golem. Ooh, level 9. I don't know about this. Yeah, let's just fuck off.
Whatever.
We need to fuck right off.
Locked and
How
loaded.
can I handle that business?
More gold is required.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the orcs next. I don't see any threat coming
Upgrade
from
complete.
these guys right here. Oh, nope.
Ready for
Well.
action.
Get one of these guys to come out and start healing us.
I come to cleanse this land.
Hey, I can take control of enemy summon units. Like I'm gonna have enough time to actually pay
Ready for
attention to that
action.
and actually do it. But
You require my assistance?
heal me.
What is it now?
I can't wait for these guys. All these upgrades. Boom, boom, boom. Could start it, but
Flows of
could
magic are
also
whimsical.
make some more
Gold
of
is
these
required.
guys. Oh, Rifleman R. Quite interesting.
Research complete.
I want to try and use some of the commands, but
Ready
I know
for
I'm not going
action.
to be able to do it very well. Ooh, shit, we are under attack. Okay,
I can hardly wait.
this is what I was waiting for.
Whatever.
Where is he going?
I can hardly wait.
Whatever.
Oh, they're... Oh, it's a big battle.
I can hardly wait.
Oh boy. You know what? What I can actually do is go and attack their base while they're busy.
What?
Alright, come here, boy.
Off I go then.
We're gonna build a lot of defenses because we clearly cannot deal with this. So,
Say the word.
you guys stay here
On
for
my way.
defense. I'm gonna start making some knights
More gold is required.
because they're pretty badass.
What do you need? At your
So.
research complete.
Full
Well.
unit.
Perfect.
Full set of units.
Whatever.
Let's see what we can do with this. Now that the orcs are getting their asses whooped, I can probably do quite a bit of damage.
Whatever. Job done.
Man, these guys are not dying at all easy.
Fine. Perfect.
I wonder if my hero... He's level 2. I think they lose their level once they revive. I can't even beat these guys. Oh, that's Lena. I have a lot of fun looking at all the units and trying to figure out what they are from Dota. There we go. Elemental guy. Attack this. Now the enemy's gonna start coming back and we're gonna get our asses whooped. Shit, I have to expand on a gold mine.
Research complete.
Damn. Okay, let's go back. We did some damage.
I await
I
your
can hardly
command.
wait.
What is
Okay,
it?
more towers.
Off I go then.
Our forces are under attack.
Yep, well, we're skedaddling out of there. Oh man, this is gonna fucking take a long time. I don't even know how long I've been playing for now. Okay,
You require my assistance?
they're not coming into my base. I can use that to my advantage.
Research complete.
As you wish.
Alright, you can get healed. Let's do the armor
Get on
one.
with it. Fine. Whatever.
Are the orcs still alive? Yes, they are. No, they're not. Wow. I need to take this area. This area is mine.
As you wish.
Oof. Damn. Shit. Okay. Okay. We're gonna get the hell out of here.
For honor.
I don't know how to combat that. That's just too good. They're just too freaking good. We're gonna do some of
More gold is
these.
required.
More gold shit and the gold mine. Oh, okay. Well,
What is it now?
that's gonna be effectively the end of this game.
Fine.
As you wish.
It's a lot harder than I thought it would be.
For my people. As you wish.
The flows of magic are whimsical today.
Oh, these guys are actually hammering through this forest.
Get on with it. Whatever.
We should wait for another one of these
Our
guys.
gold mine has collapsed.
Great. I have to make this work.
Well,
Otherwise, I'm effed in the A.
I come to cleanse this land.
I bet all of these people that are
of me?
watching this are like, what the hell are you
what is it
doing?
now?
That is not how you play the game.
Research complete.
I am not afraid.
Well,
For honor.
that's what you get for clicking on this video.
As you wish. For honor.
Kill him.
As you wish.
They're trying to build here. Ah, they already got this area.
Defending your name.
That just sucks.
Justice will be served. It shall be done.
Here they come again. Alright, final stand. We should probably go. We gotta fight him. We don't have another choice. This is it, boys. Last stand. I'm gonna have to concede if this doesn't work. No, stay with me. Stay with me. Why are you not healing, you moron? Okay, yeah. Well, that's embarrassing.
Forces are under attack.
There you go, guys. This is watching a noob fail the game miserably. Should you care about what my opinion is? Well, it's all subjective. I did do a lot of research on what is wrong with this game. It's not just my imagination. And what is wrong with this game is everything that has been discussed in this video, and probably a lot more that I haven't
Require
really
my assistance?
thought of, or
Well,
some stuff I may have said that may not actually be a problem with the game. So
Ready for action.
$30, should you buy it? Well, here's the thing. If you come into this from a perspective of someone that is not a huge fan, is not a fanatic, is not a passionate admirer and supporter of the game for almost 2 decades now, I think it's a difficult sell for $30. Yes, it's a classic. It's where things started from. Not enough improvement and additions have been added to the game in order to justify the price tag, I'm afraid, in my opinion.
Forward.
Not enough content, not enough tweaks, not enough improvements. Yeah, they improved this guy, the faces on here. They have improved the unit graphics, absolutely. No one is denying that. They kind of fucked up the animation. See how the unit is running at choppy speeds? I'm at 96 frames right now.
Aye, my lord.
Look at how the arrows are animated so beautifully, but the guy is like 20 frames per second or 25 frames per second. I think I read that somewhere. Couldn't believe it. It's actually true. It blows the mind. Why? Is it just to favor performance over looks? Why is a game this graphically down requiring so much horsepower to begin with? That should not be the case. Regardless, however, it is the case. If you're looking at it from a perspective of a fanatic, of a fan that's been supporting this game for years, well, quite frankly, you don't have a choice. Your old game has been ruined by now. It has disappeared. Your only option is to pirate the original game and play it that way, but then you're losing a lot of features, you're losing a lot of support, you're losing a lot of online features unless you go the routes of what used to be Hamachi in order to create a local LAN over the internet and play games with people. But you gotta go find people. It's not reliable. It's not the solution. So by purchasing this game, you are supporting what Blizzard is doing. If Blizzard fixes a lot of these issues that the game has, then absolutely it would be worth it. It would absolutely be worth it, because for the longest time I've been wanting to go back and play Warcraft, the campaign, and see what started it all, bring back some memories. And yes, it has brought back some memories. However, at the cost of functionality, actual improvements, and a lot of frustration from the community. Blizzard has been under a lot of fire lately. They've been under a microscope, and instead of actually trying the best to deliver, and if you have to push the game back, who cares? If you're gonna deliver a product that is actually worth it, nobody's gonna care. Look at what Cyberpunk is doing. They've actually pushed the game back quite significantly, might I add. September, I believe, is the new release date from April. That's a long time to push it back, and if they had to do it, I don't care. Good for them. Another thing I forgot to notice is the zooming in is higher than the previous game.
Say the word.
But why can I only zoom out this much? I want to be able to zoom out more. It does give an unfair advantage to people that may not have the horsepower to run the game in order to zoom out more, because you better believe that the frame rate is going to take a dip. That's just the way it works, I'm afraid. I mean, not every athlete is the same. There's going to be some better athletes that they have better access to training equipment that are going to just be better than those who don't. I think the computer is the training equipment, and how you perform in the game is your skill. So that's just my personal opinion on the matter. Yeah, Blizzard, just let us control more than 12 units. I know that's how the game's always been, but it doesn't have to be that way. Not everyone wants to deal with groups of units. Let us be able to orientate our units the way we want to, in the formation that we want to, on the direction that we want to. I think maybe part of the reason why they don't do it is because it doesn't really affect line of sight. So let's see, field of view, this guy, once he turns around, it doesn't really affect it. So that could be a good thing that they could have brought in. If the ranged unit is having their back on the area, they shouldn't have the same visibility. And that's what Battle for Middle-earth did back in the day. If you had the archers facing this way, you would be able to see a lot more stuff here. But if you had the archers facing back, they could only see this far. And that's realistic. That's how it should be. Wow, I'm so good. So, I'm putting chatting with bots. Those are a couple of things that I would like to see. To be able to actually orientate my units, to be able to zoom out a little bit more, to be able to resize the UI. Those are small things. They're not even that big. They're not even big things to ask for. The night and day cycle, it doesn't really do anything graphically. It's just... Let me see if my theory is true in the day. Yep, true in the day as well. Doesn't change at all. So, night and day, it doesn't really have any dynamic shadows to to make it a little bit better. These are the... oh, okay. Clearly the game doesn't know to increase my camera height when I'm going over a mountain. It does a little bit, but... not enough. It actually goes down here. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty much it. That's should you buy the game? That should be up to you. Hopefully this video has shed some light in people's decision making. I didn't mean to drag it on this long. I do realize it's been quite some time that I've been blabbering on this microphone, so I'm gonna cut it short here. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.